Don't you love it when years later your favorite classic comes back onto the big screen? Audiences go crazy over a good reboot and will rush to theaters to re-watch their favorite stories with all new modern-day star-studded casts. With Channing Tatum's production company, Free Association, buying the rights to the 90s favorite Ghost, the classic is all set to make its way back to the big screen. With a lot still up in the air, we're going to talk about everything we know so far about the future release. From casting updates to what's going to go and what's going to stay, and what Tatum has in mind for the remake, we've got you covered. First things first, let's talk about Ghosts. Let's talk about the blockbuster that started it all. To all the Gen Zers watching and wondering what Ghost is, let's give you a quick rundown. Without spoiling too much for you, Sam Wheat, played by Patrick Swayze, is a big and successful banker. He falls madly in love with artist Molly Jensen, played by Demi Moore. Trouble strikes in paradise. A shady business deal costs Sam everything, and he gets murdered by his business partner. Taken away from the love of his life, Sam turns into a powerless spirit and tries to save Molly from the people who had him murdered. He joins forces with psychic Oda Mae Brown to set things straight and protect Molly from her murderer Carl and the people working with him. The perfect mixture of horror, action, drama, humor, and most importantly romance has audiences on the edge of their seats during a fight scene and swooning when the two lovers take the stage. When released, Ghost was a real hit. The movie that took theaters by storm when it was released in 1990 made a whopping $550 million worldwide. Damn.
About the sweater she knitted in the closet that's too big.
It just asked me to remind you of the sweater that's in the closet that you knitted is too big.
The wildly popular 1990s sensation went on to be nominated for Best Picture at the 1991 Academy Awards, earning Whoopi Goldberg her first Oscar nomination. Not to mention that the film's screenwriter, Bruce Joel Rubin, won an Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay. Let's talk about Channing Tatum and his love for reboots. The 42-year-old Magic Mike star has had a long and successful career with no intention of slowing down anytime soon. This won't be the first time Channing Tatum has brought an old classic back to life. We're not surprised that he would be the one to bring back Ghost over 3 decades after its initial release. After rocking the dance floor in the original Step Up, OG Tatum and Jenna Dewan brought back the 2006 movie as executive producers on the project. In 2018, the two revived the dance sensation as a TV series on YouTube Red, making it the platform's first full-fledged original big-budget drama series. In line with his love for reboots, the actor was set to reshoot the gender-reversed mermaid comedy Splash opposite American actress Jillian Bell. We're excited for the project to get on its feet and move into the production phase very soon. The G.I. Joe star seems to have a lot of experience on his hands with reboots, and we can hope that this one is as good as the rest of them.
So, to begin, I'm going to calibrate the machine by asking you some straightforward questions.
Okay.
Please answer honestly.
Yes.
Is your full name Channing Matthew Tatum?
Yes.
What can we expect to change now that Magic Mike superstar Channing Tatum's production company, Free Association, has bought the rights to the movie from Paramount Pictures? What's next? What can we expect to change in the 90s hit? And what aspects of the cast, plot, and storyline will return to the silver screen the same? We're super excited about what Tatum plans to do with the movie and are curious to see which plot points he keeps and which ones he throws out the window. In an interview with Vanity Fair, the actor briefly discussed his ideas for what the new version would look like and stated, "But we're going to do something different. I think it needs to change a little bit."
Have you broken it to your waxer? Because I bet this is probably like the big financial windfall of their life.
Job? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, man, it's not happening anymore. You guys go to another job.
Some of the jokes and humor in the film simply did not age well due to their reliance on stereotypes. Every black person in the movie is based on some unfair, mildly racist stereotypes. Even the villain is a Hispanic character. Damn, how original. The good news is that Tatum and his production company hope to make a reboot that does justice to the original while cutting down on the problematic jokes. What's going to stay in the reboot? We're hoping to get to see some of our favorite scenes back on the big screen in the reboot.
Do you love me, Sam?
What do you think?
Why don't you ever say it?
What do you mean, why don't I ever say it? I say it all the time. I feel
No,
like...
you don't. You say ditto, and that's not the same.
Whether it's the iconic pottery scene redefining romance or the Sam and Molly slow dance after the main character makes a return with the help of the psychic, the witty banter and humorous dialogue are what made every second of the movie a treat to watch, and we're hoping to hear some of our favorite dialogues with new faces behind them. Some of our favorites include Sam, "It's amazing, Molly, you take the love inside with you. See ya, Molly. I'll see you later. Bye. Who's cutting onions? We sure aren't crying." We're hoping to see Channing in the iconic pottery scene from the film that made some of us feel very, very single.
Can I help?
Yeah. Get your Get them wet. Now just let the clay slide between your fingers.
The famous scene that made audiences swoon featured the lead characters Sam and Molly having fun and exchanging kisses as the two played around a pottery wheel. Now let's talk about casting. What made Ghost the smash hit that it was its spot-on casting. We're hoping to see many new and some old faces back on screen for the reboot. However, in its initial phase, Tatum has expressed interest in playing the role himself. We think that's great. With the Magic Mike star being a modern-day Swain Patrick Swayze, he seems to be the perfect fit. Whether it's the roles he's played, movies he's worked in, or the general trajectory of his career, Tatum and he have a lot in common. The actor's range is undeniable, whether it's helping to raise the wildly popular dance romance series Step Up, starring in the heartfelt romance Dear John, or blowing audiences away in G.I. Joe. Channing's acting range, from Dirty Dancing to Roadhouse, sounds all too familiar to fans of the late Patrick Swayze's work. As for the rest of the roles, we're all dying to know who's going to play the role of Molly Jensen along with Tatum.
Oh, you're really scaring me.
I'm sorry, Ma. Look, I don't have time to talk now, but I'll come back about 11
Why?
o'clock.
Why not
right?
now?
Molly, I can't talk now, Molly. Look, I'll come back. What do you say, like 11 o'clock, okay? I'm sorry to do this to you, Molly, but it's really important. I gotta go, okay? 11. Go to me.
Sam and Molly's on-screen chemistry will be crucial to the success of any Ghost reboot. Here are some A-list actresses we might think might be cut out for the part. Our first pick is a no-brainer, Zoe Kravitz.
I think was doing an interview for VH1, and I think he went to the bathroom, and then I was like, it's my turn.
And you were 7 years old, and they were like, hey, while your dad's awake, do you want to
Like,
do
who
it?
is this child?
Tatum's current girlfriend and Batman superstar has the chemistry factor covered. With the 8-year age gap between Zoe Kravitz, Tatum's current girlfriend, and Batman superstar, the chemistry factor is covered. Now version. This might be a tricky part, but Tatum's ex-wife Jenna Dewan would also be perfect for the role of Tatum's love interest, having some experience in the area to say the least. We're sure fans will be dying to see the former couple spark up some romance one last time, and what better role to play than the lead in the romantic sensation Ghost. Staying true to the characters originally portrayed on screen and their overall dynamics, it's important to bring together a cast that can do justice to the iconic movie.
Say it one more time. You get to tap dance in the movie again?
No, they
And I'm just like, oh man, no. It's a good thing.
you
I think.
kill it though. It is really hard to tap.
Summing it up, we know we'll be lining up to go watch the Ghost reboot, and we hope you're hyped up for it too. We trust Channing Tatum will be able to do justice to the 90s classic and put a modern-day spin on it for new audiences to fall in love with and old ones to reminisce over. Who do you think should be cast as Molly Jensen, and what direction do you think Tatum will be taking with the remake of the original? As always, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, and for more such content, subscribe to our channel.